are talking about the advantage of adopting animals.
So I think that adopt animals is a good option because you can provide to an animal a house, shelter, food, and the most important, love. I think that with the adoption of animals, you can reduce the use of pigs to produce puppies or cats to sell. Also, you can reduce the levels of death of animals in the street and illness.
That's true because between 3 to 6 million of animals are euthanized in shelters across the country. And also the puppy mills are a bad option because in those places, the breeders kill the mothers when they finish her breeding age and deny the puppies his development.
And I think something like this. For example, adoption can save lives. The stray animals can be saved by public shelters, and it can destroy the illegal shop or the illegal sale of animals wherever you can find this problem. And adoption can destroy or helps the overpopulation animals in that country because too many animals and not enough shelters or homes that can welcome an animal, and that's important that because the family can sterilize a pet and it can help to the overpopulation. Okay, and now a big question would be if the people can't take care of a big part of animals that born a day.
As you know, here in Colombia there exists many houses or foundations to help the animals, and they recollect food, they recollect products for the for the cleaning of the animals, and they give to the animals an option to be adopted. Yes, you know what I mean.
To the problem to the overpopulation, many rescue groups or shelters have your animal. No sé. Okay, what I want to say is that in many shelters or rescue groups will have your animal companion is neutered or sterilized, and also many of these animals are trained. So.
Okay, I mean, what kind of advantage can receive a family that adopt an animal? Because there are a lot of animals in the street and I don't know what kind of benefits can receive a family.
In my point of view, a street animal is more polite. I mean, I adopt Kira, she is my pet, and she is so preciosa. She's so, I know, but in my point of view, I think that a street animal is more polite. I mean, I adopt Kira, she is my pet, and she is so kind, she is so lovely. She don't make disasters. She understands everything, and I love her. And an animal can give you love, an unconditional love for all the rest of your life. An animal don't think if you are rich, if you are poor, if you are intelligent, if you are stupid. They only just love you, and it's all.
Also in the shelters and rescue group, you can choose the friend that you want because there are millions of animals and there is one that is perfect for you. And to say my point, I have also a dog and a cat. Both are adopted. And it's beautiful because they give their love
No matter what.
no matter what. And it's beautiful.
Okay, that's well, and I think that another advantage could be it costs less. For example, too many shelters of street animals sterilizes the 25% of almost the 25% of animals, and that costs less for the families that could or that want to adopt an animal, and that's good. And for example, if you adopt an animal, can stop the violence about animals. For example, for the work related to animals. For example, in this university, we can find animals in poor conditions. For example, that could be a forced work about an animal. That animals must not be here. This animal must be in a family, receiving love and food or shelter, something like that.
Respect to the Johan's opinion, an example here in Colombia is that, for example, a golden retriever that is a breed of dogs cost approximately 400 pesos, even more, and you can give it an option to an animal that don't have breed.
But in the rescue groups, not only are restricted dogs, you can find also breeds, because over 10 to 15% are pure breeds. So if you prefer a pure breed, you can find two and cost less, like Johan says.
And another question in that topic is that a lot of people think that an animal, a little, for example, a little dog, have a bad behavior or something like this, but that isn't true, because some of animals are trained and so lovely and so sweet and have a good behavior that comes from the shelter that they were took care of. And for example, the people don't adopt an animal because his dog hasn't have a leg, for example, and that's wrong.
Another point that I want to expose is that it's necessary to implement the adoption in this country because there exist many animals in the street. I don't remember in which country, but if you adopt an animal, the government give you the food of all the year. So it's a good strategy to adopt the animals. Here in Colombia, an strategy is with the normal notebooks in this part of the book. There are photos of animals, and they put slogans like adopt animals, give a house, unconditional love, and things like that.
Also, it's sad to see many dogs and cats in terrible conditions, and rescue groups are like a solution. But if the people don't adopt them, kill them. So the idea is make conscious the people to adopt animals. You can save a life, you can receive love, and this is important to the
Yes, that's important. And in addition, it's important to have the public shelters because if we save these public places, they are able to take in more animals at month, and for example, not only animals like dogs and cats, we can adopt animals like rabbits, birds, whatever you want.
Wild animals. Yes.
In conclusion, I think that you have to welcome a pet in your house. That's a good idea, and that can save lives, not human life, but it's important. Also, it's important to protect the animals and protect the life in the country.
And the best option, as we say, is the shelters and the rescue groups. That is the best option.
And even in the street. I mean, you can adopt an animal that lives in the street. It's not necessary to go to a shelter house, but because in the street there exist many animals that live in very poor conditions, and the most important is that you are saving a life. Yes, you are giving another opportunity to an animal.